Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph. Today I'm here with Dion, and it's quite a bloodbath with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going down, but I know always when Bitcoin is going down and there's a lot of fear, then that's the good time to buy. So I hope you got a lot of money heaped up ready to buy Bitcoin and buy Ethereum, because this is really a great time to buy. Today, Dion is going to go with us through the Bitcoin charts. He's going to give us an idea where is things going, and he is going to give us a signal on the Cosmos crypto coin. I think on your system it should be listed as Atom, and there's an opportunity there for us to make some money. Good morning, Dion. What's happening with Bitcoin?
Good morning, guys. Let's quickly have a look at the market indexes. So we've seen how important this is lately, as the dollar does exactly, or Bitcoin does what the dollar wants it to do. So looking at the dollar, it's still ranging at the top, ranging sideways, and maybe looks like a little bit of a downward trend line there, but that means nothing, as there's very big news coming up. The whole world is waiting for this on Wednesday. This is going to be massive, and we've seen how far the previous news events have moved the market. So this is probably going to be big, but then I see some guys say it might just turn out to be a non-event, but we can't. We have to expect the worst with this, and I think it's going to be big and move then the dollar in some massive direction, up or down, depending on the news. And Bitcoin is then probably going to do the complete opposite of that. So we could be ready on a trade, but not to trade that day. I think is going to be very dangerous. Anyway, so there's not much else to see here. I just want to get to my other coins. Then just looking at the other markets, Nasdaq is still very strongly moving down. Looks like it's found a bit of support here. S&P 500 also a strong move down, found a bit of support there. The money flow out of altcoins, that's not looking good. Money's flowing out, so people are obviously scared again with this big last Bitcoin move. So people are sitting on the sides and are just wanting to see what happens before they start pumping money into the altcoins again. Altcoin perpetual futures, still very much the same thing. It's trading in this triangle, which could, normally this pattern would break down, but it looks like we might have just had a fake out there, so we'll see what happens with this one. Bitcoin dominance, also important to watch, is we moving back down to the 40%, so we'll see, but on that news event, if Bitcoin really pumps it, this will just go with it. So also we have to take this with a pinch of salt at the moment. Quickly look at Ethereum. So this is just the weekly chart. There's nothing much to see here. So still the same thing. We're above the weekly support, and we then just waiting to move to the top side here. Firstly, we have to break that 20 MA would be our first target, I think, and then we have to break out of this falling wedge that we've been following for so long. So I'm not going to zoom into that. On the Bitcoin side, also very much the same thing. So we've also got that trend line that we've been following since November that we have to break. So we obviously came to some kind of a decision there, and it wasn't to break to the upside. We got rejected from that area previously to break this line. So at the moment, again, everything is above us, but maybe the one bright star is that the 20 and the 50 are now coming down to meet us here, so it's getting easier to cross them. So if the 20 and the 50 would break down and all our resistance would be down here, we could literally have one massive strong candle that could just break through, like we had. Those were breaking down, those were breaking up, so then a big fat strong candle could then just break through all that, and we could start going up, because it just gets easier to break them. This whole wall that's above us now at the moment just gets thinner and thinner and thinner, and once they're all together, it should. I'll show you now if we zoom in a bit. If we go to the let's just follow Bitcoin all the way. So on the daily, it's also trading in one of these wedges that could break to the downside. That pattern is at the bottom now, needs to find, it was rejected there. Sorry, those two lines you'll see now when we get to the 1 hour. 4 hour is following this parallel channel downwards, and then on the 1 hour, that's what those two little lines are. We following this parallel channel to the upside. So on the 1 hour, we've already broken the 20, hoping to hold it. So if we can just stay in this channel, we would then break the 50 as well, and then stand a chance of breaking this is the 200 and the 800, 200 EMA, 200 MA, and the 800 EMA. So on the 1 hour, it's starting to look good. We're starting to break some of the resistances. So we slowly but surely getting there, but nothing here is tradable as far as I'm concerned in ETH or Bitcoin. We have to just find some proper direction before we can actually trade this. But generally, this is looking like it's going to the upside now. We've come from very low. Then the coin I wanted to look at, Atom. This is on the daily. So on the daily, you can just see the potential of Atom just to the previous, from where we had the big fall, 100% possibility. So you could hodl this as well, just buy and hold it. And you see that fall happened quite quick. And normally a fall like that, once it eventually starts moving, would then also move that fast to the upside. And the other thing I like about it is, since this lowest low here in Atom, it's just been pumping up slowly but surely, just going up, high highs, high lows, higher highs, higher lows. It's just going. So that's looking great. And this now at the moment is, you see, where all the EMAs and so on all bunching up. So we've managed to break them. So we're above the 50, the 20, the 200s. We've basically on the on the daily broken all this. There's just the 800 there that we still have to break. So on this coin, I would wait for us to get into this zone, not buy yet, and once we break this and retest, so this is 1585 to 1660. So once we get above this, I'll show you on the 1 hour now, above the 1660, that's where I would want to get in on this trade, just to make sure, because you can see here on the 1 hour now, previously we really struggled to break. We got in there, bounced around, and then broke down, and then same thing again, got in there, bounced around, and then broke down. So that's why we don't want to enter in this little channel. So let's get in there, bounce around, bounce out to the top side, retest it, and once we've retested and we're looking stable on, then we're in the next level, and from there we should be moving up. And then target wise, I would just move my stop loss. So your first target would be 20%. That would be, let's just go back to the daily, it's easier to see there. So I'm just targeting the previous big range highs. So we would target this one here is 20%, and then the next one would be up there, then that one, then that one. So therefore, like distinct ranges that we can follow up on the daily. Just keep your stop loss under that. If we have a big pullback, then you can wait for that level to get support again, like we're waiting now for the 1660 on each level, and then you could get back in and trade it to the top of the next level and so on, and just run this up just like walking up steps, just step by step all the way to the top, depending obviously if there's some major shock with Bitcoin. But I don't know, generally I feel that we've kind of now found good support with Bitcoin. It could still go either way, but I don't know, Joseph, you and I are always positive about. We just know we've seen those days and weeks that it just goes up and up and up and just pumps, and we haven't seen that for a long time. So I think all this is just accumulation and getting ready for a next big move up. So sooner or later, damn wall's going to break and we're going to start going up in Bitcoin. But obviously also it's macro dependent. Anyway, that's it from me, Joseph.
Thank you, Dion. Yeah, when you showed me that 1 hour chart on Bitcoin, it was very clear that it is right now at the bottom of that channel. which is a possible good entry position for Bitcoin because it pulled back. It's bouncing on that bottom of the channel. It can go upwards. Steve from Crypto Crew University believes that the bottom of Bitcoin was already in June, and all that's happening right now is just a period of sideways for Bitcoin to build a proper foundation before the next bull run can really take off. And so we're gonna have a few times where you draw back. I actually believe that the best time to buy Bitcoin was in June when we had that really low at 17,600 in that area. But I think the market is giving us today another opportunity to buy at a lower price again. And you know, there's always this, I'm never going to see this price again. I better buy now, else I'm never going to get a chance. And you know, that's why I DCI, so I don't get into that mindset. But I really feel when I look at this chart that we have an opportunity, like a second buying opportunity right now. I watched this video from Chris from Satoshi Stacker, and he actually shows on a chart a similar pattern, which actually shows a big wick to the downside. So he actually set a buy order just above where the previous low was, and he believes we're gonna, with this announcement that's coming, there's actually gonna be a down week, and he says that's where you need to put your buy limit order to see if you can, you know, get a good entry. So, but I think we are right now in Bitcoin buying season. The Cosmos crypto coin is going to do very well, especially after this merge. And a lot of this merge actually was an advantage for the Cosmos coin. So you can expect probably the Cosmos coin to go to search first ahead of the Ethereum coin. So that's why I think that's a very good signal. Fundamentally, it's a great coin. So even if you miss the bottom and we're not able to time the bottom exactly when you enter into the trade, you can put your 20% take profit, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna hit that take profit pretty soon. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you very much. It was a great analysis. So we're gonna have to see. Tell me again, what is the name of that announcement that's happening on Wednesday?
Let me just get it for you, yeah. So it's the FOMC meeting, where I'll just find it for you, yeah, quick. So it's the FOMC statement. It's the Fed's funds rate announcement for, you know, they just amend that every four times a year. And this is now the third time it's really massive. So it's the federal fund rate. It starts at 6 with a projection. Then there's a statement at 8 p.m. South African time. I can read this here. It says this report includes the FOMC projection for inflation and economic growth over the next 2 years. More importantly, a breakdown of individual FOMC member interest rate forecasts. And what else was there? Yeah, so it's the interest rates, and after that, the CPI figures. They were originally projecting it would be 50 basis points, then 75, and after that CPI, they are saying, economists now, that it could be as bad as 100 points. That's why everyone's sitting waiting with bated breath for this one. It's a very big announcement. So, yeah, that guy could be right that Bitcoin could wick that low. You know, or nothing. You know how they work these events. They could work it with a plan before the event, and then when the news breaks, just nothing happens, or it could just go crazy after that. So we'll have to see. But that's why it's good to rather just stay out of the market on that day. Yeah, and let's just see what happens.
Well, if you want to DCA into it, you can break your market up into 10% segments, divide your money into little pieces, and then every 10% lower, just buy in to average out a very low price. If it could spike down as low as $16,500, you can buy Bitcoin at the rate that we haven't been able to buy for a whole year. So there's a lot of possibilities there.
Yeah, so you've actually got nothing to do. If you have got cash on the side, and you, as you say, divide it in 10 and gradually put limit orders in, because the market moves so quickly. and the big exchanges just shut down. Well, they always say afterwards, no, they couldn't handle all the pressure, but I think it's on purpose to avoid losses. They just pull the plugs and they just offline for a while. So, but if your order's in beforehand and you have your 10 buy orders there, then they have to process those. So you stand a good chance. And I mean, I think within a day you could probably do a 20-30% profit. You know, you lose nothing by buying more Bitcoin at a better price, and just the slightest spike after that, you could cash out a nice profit. Yeah, so that's actually not a bad strategy.
Yeah, awesome. That's a great strategy. Thank you, Dion. We're going to be back again in a little bit. We're going to look at this very idea of buying Bitcoin at a low price. I want to show you a clip of Chris from Satoshi Stacker, and I think it's going to be good. Thank you, Dion. See you just now in a bit.
Great. See you later. Cheers, guys.